listening to The Burn. Gaming stuff, blazing fast.
Welcome to a new episode of The Burn, a podcast about gaming done blazing fast. I'm Aviv Manoach.
And I am Omer Kaplan.
Hello. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you? How's life? Life is busy.
Life is not bad, finished the first semester of this year, finishing up final projects, and then we'll in about 3 weeks we'll start the next and final semester of the masters, which is kind of exciting. Also, lots of work.
Cool. Any PhD plans in your future?
Maybe, but I'm going to take a break. Also, I need to it's not it's a master without a thesis, so
Okay.
I'll need to do some work to be eligible to continue to PhD. But I don't know. My bachelor's and master's were so different that I need a break. Like, I really enjoyed my bachelor's, and I didn't quite as enjoyed the master's program.
I feel you. No, yeah. So I've done a master's with thesis, and I'm still on a break. So we'll see.
It's weird because we are doing a final project and we are going to need to defend it. So it's without thesis, but we still need to do a project. So and we are also
welcome to the Academy podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So in gaming wise, I've been playing God of War, and I love it. It's so much fun. It's an interesting thing because I started playing God of War originally when I bought my PS4, and it was really intensive and a bit pretty challenging because I didn't know the controller at all. As you will remember when I talked about getting used to playing on PlayStation. So 2 years passed by, and now I know what I'm doing, and so the game is finally fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So cool. Let's get into it, to our topics. We are The Burn, a podcast about gaming done blazing fast. In each episode, we talk about a game we have been playing. In this instance, both of us have been playing this and also enjoyed. And we will also be covering some recent gaming news. You can find all of our episodes on theburn.live, as well as the links to subscribe to any podcasting application you desire. You can also find me with other content on twitch.tv/icel.me. Now, the game we are going to cover is Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah.
You want to start?
What a fun game. Okay, let me give you my story.
First of all, I haven't finished it yet, so don't go too much into the main story. I'm about 20 hours in, I think. I finished making the whole city defiant.
Okay. So we have very different approaches to the game.
Yes. Obviously, as we know, I also finished all the tech. I went across all the city, gathered all of the tech points, and finished everything.
That actually sounds fun. All right, so okay, let's start from the very, very, very beginning. So, I always really wanted to like the Watch Dogs series. I played a little bit of. No, I didn't play. I played a little tiny bit on the first one. Didn't understand what I'm doing. I played, I think, maybe 10 hours of 2. And I absolutely disliked it. I
really
didn't know what. Yeah, and I know that you 100%ed too, so that's kind of weird.
Yes, so I completely finished 2, and the first one is considered by practically everyone as not very good.
Yeah, so I played 2, and I was like, I didn't really get connected to like the hacking, and I didn't like San Francisco, like how they laid it out, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and I didn't play enough of two, but it feels like they had more emphasis on stealth, and I usually play these games like.
Oh,
Well,
I actually consider this game more that with more stealth element than two.
Oh, interesting. So maybe I need to give two another try. So yeah, so Legion came around, and then so I finished the main story. I finished some sections of the city and made them defiant, but I didn't do it all the way through. And I didn't even complete all of the tech. I think I just grabbed like what I needed.
I literally only finished the tech because I could. Some part of the tech are completely useless. And the fact that you can only use one gadget when you are in restricted areas is so annoying. Like you use your spider bot, you need to get out to get another gadget. For example, the explosive. If you need to go through like explosive barriers or something, very annoying.
Yeah, so it's kind of what I really like about this game specifically, and is how different, maybe because of like the recruit anyone mechanic that they really took pride on, how different our game experiences. So I finished the entire game, main story, without any. So I didn't take even spider bots as a gadget, but just never
How
used it.
can you? How?
So I just
It's like literally the most useful gadget. It was also the most useful gadget in 2.
No, so I think okay. So I just use whatever they have on the map. I think they have like plenty of those like scattered throughout
Yeah,
the city.
the thing is, and let's talk about it for a minute. The Watch Dogs series in general, and this style of Ubisoft games, you can find it in Immortals Phoenix Rising as well. This is a game of environmental puzzles, and they put what you need near the location that you need it. So there are spider bot dispenser, there are scissor lifts, there are a heavy cargo drone, pods. Whenever you need a specific item to complete a puzzle, they will put it there. However, the spider bots that you get on the map don't have the upgrades that you can get on your own. And that's sometimes a big deal because you can get the double jump for your spider bot.
So I mean, it's fine, but I just did it. Yeah, so my playstyle was very like different. I play very like wet work, getting in like guns blazing, and like that's the cool thing. I think you can. I mean, you can say people can hate on Ubisoft in that way, but their games are very. I feel like the latest iterations, like Immortal Phoenix Rising and this, and they're very accessible. So
yeah.
I think on higher levels of difficulty, playing the way I play is not feasible at all. But I played the way I like it, and I super enjoyed it.
I'll tell you what. At one point, I got the ability to make drones betray. And I will get into an area, and a drone will start to spot me, so it will make him betray. The problem with that is that when the drone starts firing on people, they immediately blame you, even if they don't see you, and you get into a massive gunfight.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's this way with drones, but I think when you make turrets betray, it doesn't work. Like the people just like, oh, what this thing is doing? It started like
turrets are a lot better in killing people than drones.
Yes. So, but the drone in this game are getting like dangerous as the game like evolves. So
yeah. I started playing the game on normal, and I will tell you when I dropped it to easy. There is a Defiance mission where you take control of I don't remember how they call the drone, like a strike drone, a missile drone, and you can only do the mission with this particular drone. You can't use anything else. And you need to stay near the Eye of London in order to hack it and defend yourself against other drones. It's I think I've done that. It's like a drone fighting thing. And they killed me a lot, so I dropped the difficulty levels to complete this mission, and I stayed on easy. And as it happened, as it always happens, the game is a lot more fun.
Yes. No, I think What do you think about the recruit anyone mechanic? Like that's the major like novelty.
So the main problem most people had was they didn't have like a main character to identify him with. I didn't find it problematic. I sort of think of the entire DedSec or the entire city as the protagonist and not individual people. The thing is, after like 10 hours in the game, I find myself only using 2 people or maybe 3 people. And that is the Albion officer, the Kelly clan officer, and the construction worker with the cargo drone.
Yeah.
You literally, because the advantage of having someone with uniform is so big, I literally don't use anything else.
It's kind of fun how like our experience are different. So I role play like the entire game, and there's one. So I got really like emotional connection with my squad. I think I ended up having like 9 or 10 people. So, and the one character that I really liked, so I gave them all nicknames. So I recruited one very early on, and I called her like the babysitter because she's like, that's her profession, a babysitter. But she's a babysitter with like an MP5 like automatic like submachine gun, and she can like roll and can do all these crazy things. And she got me through like these really hard missions. So I got like in my head, I built like a whole story. Like, yeah, I got this babysitter, and I had this person who's like totally useless, doesn't have any skills, but he can like punch people really well. So he's now like kind of like in my squad. So
I think that's the main.
I don't pick them by like their rates. I pick them by like the story. So that made it like super
no,
fun.
but I think that the fact that you that they were effective to you has to do with your play style as more aggressive and non-stealthy, because literally most of the characters are useless to me because I only do stealth and I don't do any combat.
I think, if you go stealth, you need the uniform access.
You need uniform access. There is one other person I like, which it's the getaway driver. He has an ability that when you are in a car, it hacks everything around him to get out of the way, which is really good. And it also has the DLC character, Aiden Pierce, which has hack everything in a radius around him ability, which is really good.
I think that's very useful.
I still recruit a lot. Like I think I have like I think I got the trophy for getting every class in the game. So I have them. I just don't find the need to use any of them.
I used the person who can hypnotize other people. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I got her, but I dismissed her. You know why? Because she was a gambling addict and she kept losing me money.
Oh, so yeah, you can find a whole bunch of those. So mine had like a bad trait as well, but it was like as significant, like hypnotizing people, especially when you go aggressive, it's really helpful. And
nice.
Then the spy is pretty cool because the spy can make his car like
invisible.
Camouflage.
Yeah,
invisible.
Yeah. My Albion officer is flatulent. She farts in random places. It doesn't affect anything. It's just a fart joke. I don't know why it's in the game.
Maybe it's like impact like stealth or something.
No, it doesn't. I don't know why it's in the game. It's completely idiotic, but it's there.
Yeah.
Let's. I have a diatribe about the story of the game and everything, which is the main reason I think 2 is better than Legion. Legion is it's a modern Ubisoft game. It's very technically well made. Has all the technical features, accessibility, UI, and everything. Great job. Great everything. I played it on the PS5. I also have the complete edition with all the DLCs. So if you don't notice, the Watchdog series is the same world as Assassin's Creed. The modern Assassin's Creed, you find out in Watch Dogs 1, I think Adrian Pierce like kills a Templar or something. And in Legion, there is a DLC for Assassin Contract and synchronization points. You get to climb to high areas on the map and synchronize with Bagley. So it's kind of fun. but let me tell you my thing with this game. Now, the Watch Dogs series has always been like a technopunk thing. Like they take concurrent edge technologies and they say, let's think, what if those were commonplace? So in the first game, it was like the connected smart city. Everything is connected to the network, blah, blah, blah. About the same thing in 2, more robots, like stuff like that. And then in 3, they took it over the edge. Like you have the artificial intelligent assistance thing, and you have the optic implant thing, and AR everywhere, and self-driving cars and drones. By the way, I think drones are the worst things about this game, especially for a stealth playthrough. They are just annoying. And unlike the previous games, you can bypass anything with a cargo drone. You can just call up a cargo drone and fly anywhere you want and bypass all of it. And I think that's true. I'm trying to think like I think that there are very specific locations where you can't fly high enough to reach, but most of it you can bypass with a cargo drone. Now,
you can basically travel the map.
Yeah. Now in Watch Dogs 2 was very good satire about Silicon Valley and San Francisco and everything, tech companies, whatever. Very, very, very well written. This game has one major problem, and that's the fact that COVID happened. If COVID didn't happen, the game would have been plausible. And I will tell you why. They wrote this game between 2017 and 2019 around like the Trump era and Boris Johnson in the UK and Brexit and everything. And this game is basically an extension of those right-wing politicians around the world. What will happen if like the vision of right-wing governance, the worst ideas will become reality. So the police is completely privatized, and you have like imprisonment camp for EU nationals inside the UK and stuff like that. Now the problem is that COVID happened, and why do I say that? Because COVID showed us that people will not obey those regulations when they are put on them. Like the entire game is based upon on the idea that they make laws about you have to wear an optic, and people said, okay, I will wear an optic. As we know from reality, that doesn't work.
No. I mean, unless it's like somewhere in between present and like their near present vision, there would be like a major consumer play where like this is the major way you can get services, but like it's a different timeline, like it's a different earth.
They did so that. They say that they gave the optic for free and everything, but still it was they passed a law that everyone has to wear an optic. It's punishable by imprisonment, whatever. They privatized the police. Sure, that I can believe. However, I don't buy the entire population of London like buckling down and creating the presence that the game presents. I feel like the game wanted, and the beginning of the game, like the first 10 minutes is that there are a massive terrorist attack on London, and I think that the game said, okay, a massive terror attack on London will happen it will have the same repercussion as like 9/11, and we are 20 years later, and no, that probably won't happen. So
no, for sure. Like this whole like optic situation made me want like imagine like a cyberpunk game in that type of setting.
Oh,
with,
it
like,
is a cyberpunk. It is. This game is cyberpunk. It's just very near future cyberpunk.
So I want like far future cyberpunk, just in that like type of interface and like hacking and optic and like I think there's like good. Like I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And I didn't.
I think there isn't enough hacking puzzles compared to 2. I want more of them because they are great. The hacking system in the game is great, especially when you like have a drone and you need to fly all around the building to find all the points. It's excellent.
Yeah, you mean the thing like they connect the like electric circuit puzzles?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So yeah, at some point I thought, oh my god, there's like too much of that. So I'm playing Immortal Phoenix
Really?
Rising now, and there's like a puzzle every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to fight people. Why do
No,
I need to like?
that's Phoenix. That's the internet game. That's why I love it. Okay, we see that we are very different people. I want like remove all the combat and leave me with the environment puzzles. I'm there.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's like something for everyone in this Ubisoft environment for sure. But yeah, I loved it. So I'm thinking of maybe giving 2 another shot. Like I own it. So maybe after Immortals.
I think you should. I really enjoyed it. I think writing wise, I think 2 is far superior. But obviously, Legion is new. Ish, it's a year old. By the way, they announced that they are not going to update it anymore. I think a year worth of update is fine. There is enough content in the game. The game doesn't have any bugs that I could see. Very well made, and I'm enjoying it. It's an not, how do you say, it's not an easy but a light enough game that I kind of play between other games. So I played some of Legion. I moved over to Spider-Man. I finished Spider-Man. I played a bit more of Legion. I got into God of War. So I put it between other games. Because like it's also small enough that like you can do a bit of it, go out, go back, stuff like that. Unlike like Assassin's Creed Valhalla or something where even if you want to do like a mission, it's like you need to go to the mission place and then you do the mission. It takes time. A very big thing.
Yeah, what I like about this game is like it's piecemeal, like you said, it's piecemeal like to bits and pieces. So I only have like 30 minutes to play. I'll go there. I'll just like recruit a person, finish a section of the city, and then I'm good. It's like you can go out of the story, in of the story. Like you never. I think they like divided it, and Ubisoft does that really well with the open world games.
It doesn't overstay its welcome. Well, it doesn't overstay its welcome. That's what I was saying. Ubisoft are good at this, except in the Assassin's Creed series where they are not.
Yeah, like Valhalla is like, and Far Cry 6 to an extent, they have like all the game systems in there, like just everything.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about a bit of news and then we'll let you go eat. So
you have 5 minutes to do news.
Exactly. The big news for this month, not even this episode, is that Microsoft is attempting to buy Activision Blizzard for what it was, $70 billion.
It's like
dollar, something like that.
Something like that. It's gonna be like the news of the year or something like that.
I don't know. It's only the beginning of the year, and someone on Twitter posted a sort of a map of the gaming industry, and like when people first heard about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, it was like, they're a monopoly, blah blah blah, antitrust, whatever. It's not. It's not an antitrust issue. There are too many other entertainment software companies, so this won't ever be considered a monopoly. And I will find the tweet and I will put it in the episode as well. You can see that beside like Microsoft, Sony, you have Tencent obviously, and EA and Ubisoft, and a bunch of other smaller independent publishers. So we are not even close to becoming like a monopoly controlled market. So that's one thing aside. The other thing is obviously the lawsuits and the culture of Activision Blizzard. Microsoft announced that Kotick, the CEO of Activision, is going to stay until the merge is complete, and then the management they announced under Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox Gaming, does not include Kotick. And if you don't know this, Kotick is the person they mainly blame around the culture of Activision Blizzard and the toxicity and everything that's going on there. So he's going to stay until the merger. Then they're going to probably let him go. He's going to get a very nice golden parachute. Some people on Twitter posted the details of his contract, whatever.
Exactly. It's whatever. It's like, bad manager leaves. Everything
go away. However, like we were optimistic for a bit, and then this week the news broke that the Activision is refusing to acknowledge the union of QA workers across their studios. Not only that, they are actively separating those workers into different divisions and teams in order to prevent them from unionizing. So hooray! Like I'm not big on like labor unions, especially because in Israel they suck. But when a corporate goes out of its way to harm its workers, it's not a good thing in any capacity.
Exactly, and you know that like if they putting so much effort into making sure they don't unionize, then they're profiting from that big time.
Yeah, something stinks over there. So it's still as you say, an emerging story. The merger is going to take a while to finalize, and we'll see what's happening in the meantime. Very big thing. And then during all of this, Blizzard posts a message which is very interesting. So it's sort of an announcement of a new game in a new world, something they haven't done since Overwatch in over a decade. But this message wasn't like a PR thing. We are publishing a new game. Yay, get excited. This was, we are looking for employees to come work on this on this project, which is extremely weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I have so many so the artwork and like concept art that they've shown is interesting for sure. I think there was never a survival game that like hooked me in a way that I can like sustain it. So it's interesting. I don't know. I hope the game starts development under like the new Blizzard culture. That's what I hope for.
That's one thing. Second thing is you will only get it in 5 to 7 years. So there is nothing to get excited about right now. I have several Blizzard employees I follow on Twitter, and one of them like tweeted that she's moving from her current team to the team that's working on the new game, which is cool. So in 5 to 7 years, obviously that will be under Microsoft's influence. I also saw a news article that says that the next 3 Call of Duty games are going to stay available on PlayStation. So Microsoft is not doing any exclusivity move at the moment, like she did with Bethesda and Obsidian. Mm-hmm. Although with both of those, the thing was the currently developed games and current contract wasn't affected, only future projects. So maybe those Call of Duties are already like contracted and in process. So that's why they are doing it. I don't know. But we'll see. That's going to be a rolling story, a very big thing that we're going to talk about this year.
Put it in the TBD tab. All right.
Exactly.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we have for the show today. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Icel. Omer Kaplan is at Omer Kaplan. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, comment, and leave your reviews on your preferred listen app. Everything is at theburn.live. And our opening theme was created by Endorco with vocals by Fishy Twitch, both on Twitter as well. That's it. We are done. Go have lunch, Omer.
Let's go.
Goodbye.